If you believe the current state of the Pokemon market is a good thing, then I have some tulips to sell you. Hey there, kids, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, hoping that you are having a great day. And in today's video, we're going to be sitting back in our very squeaky chair, relaxing with all of you, and having a little conversation about Tulip Mania. That's right, we are diving back into the world of the Pokemon trading card game, talking about Mega Evolutions, the newest full set in the TCG. It is the start of a new era. It is a new base set. It is a return to Mega Pokemon, and it is a continuation of the absolutely parabolic, hype, bullish, freak out that is the Pokemon TCG market. As of the recording of this video, Mega Evolutions boxes are around 300, depending on which version of the box you're looking at, with the enhanced versions. I think the enhanced versions are the ones that are slightly more expensive than the other ones, but it could be either or. I forget. I probably should have had I should have written it down. But yeah, they're $300 a box, and we are a week after release. Do you guys have any idea how crazy that is? For reference, when Destined Rivals was a week post-release, you could get boxes for anywhere from $200 to $215 on average. Some stores would go lower, some would go higher, but for the most part, you could get them for about $200, which is above MSRP, make no mistake, but it's not so much above MSRP that you kind of feel freaked out by the price tag, right? It still felt affordable. It still felt relatively reasonable with the market fervor that was being experienced at the time, and that was only a few months ago. Now we have the newest Pokemon set only a week later. It's $300 a box with, yes, don't get me wrong, some very desirable Pokemon cards in that set. There's the Mega Gardevoir gold card and the Mega Lucario gold card. Gardevoir is $400-ish at the moment, and Lucario is like $600 or $700. It's crazy. People are paying some real price tags for these cards. And I just want to, say that I think it's kind of crazy, to see people spending $300 on a box of the newest Pokemon set that's purportedly, according to rumors, according to people online who like to talk about what is and is not going to coming out, apparently there's another wave coming. This was apparently a staggered release, and there is a second wave of Mega Evolutions coming to market. Will it be a large wave, a small wave? Who knows? But these people are still paying $300 for these booster boxes, either ignorant of the new wave coming, in which case it spells some chaos in the game's near future, or aware of the new wave coming and they don't care about it regardless, which does worry me a tiny bit, because what does that say about their confidence for Pokemon's future, where they're willing to pay that price tag for something that they think more is coming to market? If they're that confident, then it raises some questions about Pokemon's future. It certainly does. And yeah, it does raise, I am very curious, what is the ceiling at for a new Pokemon release? If we can see a $300 box a week after release, what's next? What is the next set going to bring us? I think the next set is a Charizard set, in fact, and Charizard sets have been historically pretty highly sought after. And in fact, this is a base set. Base sets, historically, for Pokemon have not done that great. And I'll say it. I'm going to say something here that's going to get people grabbing their torches and pitchforks. I like Scarlet and Violet base as a product more than I like Mega Evolutions base. I know. Heretical to say. Heretical to say. But I genuinely enjoyed collecting some Scarlet Violet base cards, and with the exception of a handful of cards, including, obviously the super expensive Gardevoir and Lucario, there's not too many cards in here that look, in my opinion, all that great. So I just wanted to put that out there. But my opinion doesn't matter. What matters, usually, is the wider aggregate of the market itself. And the market itself is really, really bullish on this set. And they are propping it up as the best base set of all time, or the best recent base set at the very least. Because there have been a few in the past that have been pretty well received. Obviously, the original base set is crazy, right? You know, it really makes you wonder, like, you got to ask the question, how long will this last? How long will this bullishness for new Pokemon sets last? When the tides turn, how catastrophic will it be? And more importantly, you know, what are the best moves to make right now if you're in the world of Pokemon? And these aren't questions I'm asking myself, because I have taken the very conscious decision to step back and observe Pokemon from afar. I have no skin in the game. This is just the crazy ramblings of your spiky-haired uncle in his garage. But I think it was Warren Buffett who said that you should be cautious when others are greedy, and greedy when others are cautious. And, you know, I'm looking at two different games in the market, Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And they could not be more different from one another. Pokemon sets are coming out with people freaking the hell out and buying them up in droves, regardless of the price points they hit. $300 a box is a crazy number for Pokemon. Make no mistake. Meanwhile, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is doing the exact opposite. Boxes coming out and collapsing 30% basically overnight, 20 to 30% for some of these sets. It's nuts. And you can tell by how I talk on this channel. I think I've mentioned it before. I do really enjoy grabbing cheap Yu-Gi-Oh! Boxes, and I am really terrified of these new Pokemon releases. And maybe that's a mistake. It's probably a mistake in the long term, you know. I don't exactly think that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sets of 2025 are going to do amazing in the long term, but I do think that the current direction of Pokemon is not entirely sustainable, and that sooner or later the hype is going to end. And when the game's over and the music has stopped, there's only going to be so many chairs left to take a sit on. And this analogy was weird, I'm sorry. Basically, when the markets shift and you know, Pokemon goes from bullish to bearish once again, you know, what's going to happen to new Pokemon boxes that are 300? Or when more product comes to market, what's going to happen to Pokemon boxes that are 300? You know, we just saw in Magic the Gathering a box go from $900 to $550. And the entire market was freaking out, calling it the worst set ever, even though it's still selling way above MSRP. You know, we just saw in another card game what happens when there's even one set underperforming the hypish expectations. You know, what's going to happen when that finally does become the case for Pokemon? Is that new Pokemon set, whatever it's going to be in the future, the worst set of all time suddenly? No, it's not. That's just not how it works. But the market expectations and the general negativity is definitely going to spike up, and people are going to call that set the worst set ever, regardless of what's actually in it. You know, if this new wave of Mega Evolutions comes to market and the box prices collapse down to MSRP, fingers crossed, is Mega Evolutions going to be a worse set because of it? No. No, it is not. It's just going to be a cheaper set because of it, with still some very beautiful cards in it. Make no mistake. Make no mistake. You know, but we've talked before about expectations and perception, and how they can shape the price future of a given product. And enough people believing in something's success results in it being successful. Enough people have such crazy expectations for Pokemon's future that it has become a game where boxes can come out and hit $300 a week after release. And we've seen the opposite in the past too, where boxes come out and go down to $80. That pendulum could swing again. And, you know, all I'm going to say is I'm going to end this video with the Pokemon Company has reportedly been very dedicated to bringing more product to print to make things more available for everyone. If supply ever collides with demand, we're going to see a lot of people who have parked a lot of money in Pokemon products become very upset and very negative very quick. Things could change basically overnight, like what we saw with Spider-Man. That's all I want to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think the Pokemon market can only ever go up? I know you guys think your uncle's crazy. He has this, I don't know, I actually kind of like the weird hair horn I've been growing. Like a rhino. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you think I'm just rambling for the sake of rambling? I might be. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.